Yeah.
Let me so bad.
I say arc be like more or less like, but it's halfway. You know, an arc is half of a circle.
Okay.
And I am say arc be and I fly. Whilst it was flying, you know, I say we be air orbiting. There's a round ball. Bibi to say a ball. Now ball no orbiting. The ball was as though I don't know. It's like fully smooth. I say in Kusia. And they orbited that thing. And I realized that the thing was not attached to each other. They were not together. But then it was as though the power source was from the Nkusia. Okay. And that was where the main problem was. So the Nkusia was what was like moving around and then empowering the main thing. So I saw it more or less like a spaceship as how we normally see it. But this one is so amazing. It's unique. It's beyond what we actually watch in the movies. This one is on a different level altogether. Yeah. Yeah, this one is mainly a pattern of operation beer happening within the future, which is very, very much amazing. And in that angle, no, there is something I wanted to bring across to make it easier and clearly.
Okay.
One said we are getting closer to the end time. And as we are getting closer to the end time, there are certain things that are happening. Okay. And these things that are happening is going to affect the next phase of our life.
Wow.
As a four-dimensional prophet, you know, one of the main reasons why we're on the face of the earth is because of these things.
Okay.
God does not just call us because at the lower level of normal human senses, no, we regard prophecy as sorry, we actually come here, we want to. But then God assigns certain prophets to oversee certain things in the dimensions of the spirit, like Enoch, Ezekiel, and all of them. And one of the most crucial and critical things in that angle has to do with these UFOs and UAPs, which we are monitoring.
Yeah.
They are four-dimensional beings.
Hey.
That is why, as a four-dimensional prophet, I'm the one that is basically like watching on that angle.
Able to see them, no?
Yeah, watching it constantly. Okay. And most interestingly, one of those entities, I grew with it.
Hey,
I told you I grew with the angel of death.
Okay.
I grew with that one.
Okay.
Yes. Which was like it was always hunting me. And it was real, actually. It was real. And yeah, I said, Diana, the thing was there. So let me break it down to you in a very simple manner. Okay. Now, with regards to UFO, a man for think say alien for about spaceship about maybe you've heard about it on radio and everything. Now, the reason why the post that is out there now on social media. We'll start from somewhere. Say a post that is up there. No? The post started from 2024. Now, these things I saw them many years ago. I've been waiting for that specific date. Okay. That was set there. And in the date, I mentioned clearly that on the 9th of May, 2026, the world will get to know about this information. Okay. Exactly. For you to be able to say that and see that, it is not ordinary. Yeah, it's not ordinary. Nobody was there to set that date, but I already knew the date years ahead. And yes, the date is very clear. Exactly. 9th of May, and that is the same. We are in the 9th of May. We are living that reality now. Whether you like it or not, the fourth dimension is your reality. You will live in it. So we are there right now in the reality. We are living in that reality as I speak to you right now. And the reason why God brought that into my attention is because over the years, no, there is a program that is ongoing in the realms, and there are certain things that are going on towards the coming of the Lord. And where we have gotten to, no, the entities that we have come into contact with, people are asking, what are they? America has released the files. You've given the date and the day and the year, the month, the thing will come out. And it has happened exactly the same way. Now, what else? Like, what are they? Because we know that, okay, of course, now they are there. What are they? Now, let me break them down to you. Okay. In the book of Genesis chapter 6, the Bible said that the sons of God came to make wives to the daughters of men. And they gave birth to Nephilims, the mighty men of old, Nephilims. Now, keep this keyword, Nephilims, mighty men of old, Nephilims. And then the flood of Noah came, wiped the face of the earth. The Bible made mention that the angels that lost their first estate, You understand? Which was that angle of angels. And then they came down upon the face of the earth, and then they began to commune and move around. They made daughters of they make wives of the daughters of men. And making wives of the daughters of men, it means that they were able to understand how to bend the roles of the fourth-dimensional reality into a first-dimensional reality. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, to bend that role. Now, in four-dimensional state, I want to break it down in a very simple manner for your understanding. Now, in this condition, we understand on the face of the earth that matter has 4 states, right? Matter is solid, liquid, gas, and then plasma.
Exactly.
Now, we always understood that the first state of matter was solid. But then, if you want to understand spiritual things in the level, you have to reverse it and then turn the first state of matter to plasma, and then the second state of matter to gas, third state is liquid, and then fourth stage is the last state of matter, which is basically, it may even be the 15th state of matter, which is solid. That's the last state of matter. And then when you go down, you get to quantum condensation. But that one is like cold planets and other things. But then let's talk about matter here. Now, when God was creating the world, we were thinking the world was exploding, but it was actually cooling it down. So God was making things in a reverse form. And that is how come we formed most of those things. Now, you, the human being, as you're here, you are in all the 4 states of matter. You have a spark of plasma within you. You have liquid in you, and then you have solid, and you have gases within you as the human being. That's why you are able to bring out carbon dioxide, because there are gases within you. You are all the 4 states of matter. The part of you that we have really highly researched is the physical parts, the ones that is tangible. But then we've not been able to go deeper into the first state of matter, which is the plasma. So I've reversed it, which is the true way of how it's supposed to be. Now the first state is the plasma. And the plasma is what is your spiritual form. Plasma is basically negative charged ions and positive charged ions, right? And that's what plasma is. Now it is charged particles. When they say a particle is charged, do you understand what it is?
In this context,
when a particle is charged, it means that the particle is enforced. So other particles can just be there as a particle which is alive. Then all of a sudden, the particle is kicked into being. So the human being can just be there as a living, like an empty body. And then God breathed the breath of life into him, and then there was a spark of life. That spark of life is charging the particle. Charging the particle brings the particle to life. You understand what I mean? And to charge particles, like plasma, is the spiritual face of things. Now today I want to break down to you what the 4th dimension, because all the prophecies I give, it all boils down to today, the 9th May, 2026. I'm now going to begin to prophesy. At first I was just joining catalysts. Yes, my prophecies will begin from 9th of May. Yes, it's a different face altogether. But there will be other catalysts within the prophecies. But you see, a lot of people think I'm interested in NDC, NPP, politics, and everything. No, that's not my main reason why I'm here. The reason why I'm on the face of the earth mainly is with this one. You see the UFOs, you see, so UAPs and everything. That's the main reason why I'm here. I mean, so you are what you say you are, by showing them the signs. What I say. So the Bible said, these signs shall follow them that believe, as the Lord lives, by the grace of God. And in that condition, we understand all the 4 states of matter. I want to teach something here today before I leave. I don't want it to just be, I've prophesied so many things out there. It's all happened. That is, I think we've run out of prophecies. But then we'll add more to it. We'll add more to it. So now, in this condition, people are asking, what is those things? Now, there are 7 entities in heaven that we go to in the book of Revelation. We have the living creatures, which Enoch saw, Ezekiel saw, and I saw them as well. We have the elders, the 24 elders. We have archangels. And we have seraphim, I'm following another. And then we have cherubims. Cherubims is where Lucifer came from. So the Bible calls him the cherub that covereth, which means if it says the cherub that covereth, it means the overseer of the cherub department. That's Lucifer. Then from there, you go to the next stage of operation, which is the archangels. The archangels, then the messengers. Sorry, the cherubims, the watchers, the archangels, and then the messengers. So the watchers are the ones in the middle, and then the archangels, and then the messengers. These are the categories of angels. Now, there was a fall in heaven, which the angels fell. They went against God. And the angels that fell, they were the department, the category of the watchers, and some few of the cherubims that fell. You understand? When those cherubims fell in Genesis chapter 6, they came to make wives of the daughters of men. And then they gave birth to Nephilims. In giving birth to the Nephilims, that is where this whole alien thing began.
I see.
The Nephilims began to teach man how to do certain things.
Okay.
Like Azazel and all of them, you hear them as demons. Yes, they began to teach man how to wage war, how to make weapons and everything. And then I always say one thing, because they had advanced technology and advanced knowledge. That's how come Noah was able to build the first submarine.
Okay.
At that time, we don't even have a technology for that.
And yeah, but no, I said no can know.
Proper submarine that was able to house all the animals on the face of the earth. Now, statistically, we may not be able to understand the calculation of how we built it, but then that brings you to an understanding that the technology that we're using way back is way beyond our imagination. A lot of people are like, oh, Eba, and send a Noah. Or no 19 could no man can say early BC. What me build the ark, flood the bed me save you. We are saying no be that question. Yeah, that question. Then you have to answer this question. The Sumerian temples as well. You have to also answer the pyramid of Giza and everything. How all those things were able to be built, and yet still the stones were cut off so precise, like laser cutting precise. But the question is, how were they able to build it?
I see.
Without the sophisticated technology, which means they had something that we did not have.
Exactly. And
they didn't even have the manpower to build that kind of thing. If they were going to build it manually, it would take them tens of thousands of years. It would take them hundreds of thousands of years to build some of those things. But then, at the end of the day, they were able to establish these things by the grace of God. Now, there was an intervention and operation of divine operations, which is four-dimensional creatures, which I call spiritual beings. In that time, some understood how to be able to break the code of the fourth dimension, which was the Nephilims, to be able to come on the face of the earth, act like human beings, make wives of the daughters of men, and give birth to a third dimension, another group of beings. And those group of beings, which is the main category, which is the Watchers and their children, the Nephilims, are some of the entities you are seeing hovering around the face of the earth. They have lived with us on the face of the earth for so many years. Some have lived in the waters. Some have lived under certain places. And that is the things that the government has now discovered. These are spiritual entities that have been able to over on the face of the earth for so many centuries. Yes. So a lot of people are saying, aliens, or move free space. But now let me break it down to you. In Ephesians chapter 6, verse number 12, I want to show you these things. I've chased them all my life. I actually, like, one hunted me all my life. So I actually understand. This is my work. Like, this whole thing. Yes, you understand? That's the first time now. Like, because I was waiting for this day. That's why I gave you the date years ahead. Now, what are the odds on the face of the earth under this sun? You use scientific calculation that there can be a black man in Ghana without sophisticated technology or anything 2 years ago and predict exactly the date a president of America, which was not yet elected, to decide the day he will unveil AI document, alien documents. How? What are the odds? Under which metric? Like it's like winning the American lottery. Not the one for Visa, the Powerball, winning it 25 times in a row. Because it's impossible to predict the number. And that's like the time, the date, and the event is massive. There is no star reader, palm reader. Nostradamus can't even do this. It can't even try it. Now, this is not to say, oh, we are impossible. But this is to show you that this is what this date, specific date, is something that God has communicated with me. I've grown knowing this date in 2026.
Wow.
So it's not even a joke at all.
Wow.
In the face of Ghana, also people are barely like understanding the world. So if you Ghana now, they don't understand what comes next. What comes next is the biggest problem. It's the biggest problem.
I see.
Oh, the whole world is about to change. The time of the beast is about to arrive.
Hey,
it is going to shock you. The world is going to change. Even if you go to church today and you are preaching the gospel, they'll tell you it is aliens that brought everything. Jesus Christ is also an alien. But let me get there, because I've changed this all my life. I literally know them. So let me break it down before we move to the next.